What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and man, big news on this guy right here, Gambit, Mr. Remy LeBeau. So yeah, man, Channing Tatum. It's been rumored for a little while. Channing Tatum is going to play Gambit in the standalone Gambit movie that is coming. July, I'm sorry, maybe it's October. I guess I should probably have that handy, huh? It's 2016, October 7th, 2016. I believe this is a Fox film. Whoever has X-Men, I think it's Fox. So, needless to say, not sure how I feel about it. Channing Tatum's a great actor, don't get me wrong. I don't really mind that Channing Tatum is involved, but I just kind of feel like, I don't know, I would have really liked to have seen Taylor Kitsch, who is Gambit in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. I really feel like he probably should have just come back and done it. I really don't know how I feel about, Channing Tatum doing a kind of Southern Cajun accent, which is an absolute prerequisite to play, Gambit. Like, I don't know. I guess part of it is because I don't know if any of you guys saw like 22 Jump Street. I guess you've probably seen the trailer anyway for it for most people. But he does this really ridiculous, like Mexican kind of, voice, and I don't know. It really came across as cheesy and tacky. So I know that that's what they were kind of going for there. So I don't really want to hold that against him too much. But at the same time, I don't know how much I buy him as Gambit. He's got the look, he's got the body, all that stuff. So I mean, in that regard, it's not like the end of the world or anything. He's athletic, all that good stuff. So I could see it. It's not like a horrible idea. I can totally see him pulling it off, but I don't know. I just really don't feel like he is the Gambit type. Like, there's so many other kind of roles I could see him in. And of course, as I say that, I just guess maybe I just don't really see him as a comic book, type character. And certainly, least of all, Gambit. So, I mean, I'm definitely intrigued and interested to hear what a lot of people have to say about it. I mean, Gambit is probably one of the actually more popular, characters in all of X-Men and all of Marvel Comics. He is very, very popular. A lot of people really care about him. I'd love to see... I mean, obviously... I don't really know what they're going for story-wise with it either. Obviously it's not going to be like a tie-in with any of the current X-Men movies. I'm interested to see if they maybe involve Anna Paquin as Rogue. I'm pretty sure that's who played Rogue in the other movies, the other X-Men movies. They didn't include her as... in Days of Future Past, I believe they kind of cut her out. So it's interesting all around. I mean, obviously they've got their star power. From Marvel's perspective, getting Channing Tatum in there is definitely going to raise the the stock level, if you will, of Gambit. And they've made it very clear by doing stupid headline grabbing things like like having a female Thor and making Captain America Falcon and stuff like that. They've definitely grabbed headlines. That's what they're after. And I know that this is casting. This isn't a Marvel Studios thing. It's a I think it's Fox that has the X-Men. Yeah, Fox has the X-Men. Sony has Spider-Man. So I just don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. I'm not gonna sit here and hate it, because I like Channing Tatum, but I mean I like him as Duke, stuff like that. I don't really. This certainly isn't really his strength. All right, so it hasn't been. He hasn't done anything like it. So again, I want to be fair to him. I don't want to just write him off right now. So I guess we'll have to just kind of wait and see, right? Obviously, we're about a year and a half, about a year and 3/4 away from this movie even being a reality. So, so it's certainly not something that is going to happen right away. There's definitely a lot of time to go. He better have long hair. I know he's had long hair in some of his roles before, so that's really not like a stretch by any stretch of the imagination. For him to have to do something like that, it's not really this huge, thing that's never happened before. But I wish I could teleport. Damn it, I'm not gonna make it there. So yeah, I again would really love to know what you guys think. I think it's obviously a big deal, and people are probably pretty upset about it. All the kind of feedback I've seen so far seems as though it's not something people are very excited for, and honestly, not 100% sure that you should be. I really just feel like there are enough, Southerners out there that they could have very easily picked somebody that was, a Southerner. That's such a, Remy LeBeau from Louisiana. Having that Southern accent is really a big deal for the Gambit character. So it just seems like it's a very, very Hollywood thing to do. Taylor Kitsch, I feel like he did a great job as Gambit in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Certainly not the household name that Channing Tatum is, but he's got the look. He can do all that stuff. I feel like these are the type of movies that help establish people like Channing Tatum. Like give this kid that opportunity. Channing Tatum has other things he can do. I don't know. That's just me. I'm rambling at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to y'all. What do y'all think? Channing Tatum as Gambit. What do you want to see? What type of storyline do you want to see? Who are the big Gambit enemies that you want to see involved in this movie? There's so many things that we can kind of discuss. I don't even really know who a big Gambit foe is. Like Wolverine, he's got plenty of guys he can fight. Sabretooth, stuff like that. But even I feel like a lot of other Marvel characters have those type of enemies that you just kind of instantly think of, and I'm not really a big X-Men guy, so I guess it's not really a surprise that I don't really know who Gambit's big arch rival is. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely a bit of a risk. I mean, one of Marvel's most popular characters, though, so definitely a good opportunity to raise his kind of cachet, to make him a little bit more popular, to get some exposure out there with the kids, a new generation of kind of Marvel fans. Let's see, Gambit enemies. I don't even know if I'm still recording. I am. So who is his arch enemy? Belladonna? Yeah, see, I'm reading through like people, Mr. Sinister, the Marauders, stuff like that is what people are saying. Um, so yeah, I found a random forum post or something that kind of talked about who his arch enemy could be, So I don't really know that he has a very popular, hey, this is a rivalry we want to see, I guess they could do Sabretooth. Anyway, at the risk of rambling too much, let me know what you guys think of Channing Tatum as Gambit, and who else you would like to see involved in the story. Whether you want to see, obviously, I feel like Rogue kind of has to be in it. I think that kind of goes without saying. You can't have a Gambit movie without Rogue. She is like the peanut butter to his jelly, or maybe the jelly to his peanut butter, if you will. So I guess that's that. Gambit, October 7th, 2016, starring Channing Tatum. Yeah. Not as excited as I want to be, but I'm going to give it a chance. And we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy the video. We'll catch you later. See ya.